Hello guys, welcome back to In 5 Minutes. In this presentation we are going to see the difference between FPGA and CPLD. So starting on the differentiation FPGA and CPLD, the FPGA stands for Field Programmable Gate Array, whereas CPLD stands for Complex Programmable Logic Devices. FPGAs are the type of programmable logic chips. It is based on RAMs. So it is a type of programmable logic chip which is based on RAM. So these FPGAs are RAM based device, so this is based on RAMs. Okay. Whereas CPLD designed using double EEPROM, that is electrically erasable programmable read-only memories. That is nothing but double EEPROM or E2PROM, it's called as. Moving on to next difference, we have here FPGA, which is made up of hundreds of thousands tiny logic blocks. So each logic blocks is performing a function and there are 100,000 of tiny logic blocks, whereas if you go to see for CPLD contains only few logic blocks and that reaches up to a few thousands only, whereas comparatively FPGA it is 10 to 100 times larger than the CPLDs. Since the logic block number is more in the FPGA are great for the complex applications, whereas CPLD is to design a very simpler ones, just like in whatever the combinational or sequential circuits we have studied, that we can easily implement with the help of CPLD, whereas it would not be much good to use FPGA for such a small applications. So CPLD is more better in terms of your studies are concerned. Moving on to the next difference, FPGAs are more expensive. It is obviously because it consists of a larger number of tiny blocks as well as it supports the great applications. Great and more complex applications will be supported by the FPGA, whereas CPLD will be cheaper as compared to the FPGA since it is very simple in structure also. Due to more complex structure, it is hard to predict the delays in the FPGA because 100,000 of tiny blocks are there and which are performing simultaneous operations, so it is very hard to predict the delays in each gate, whereas this is very simple to calculate or predict the delays in the CPLD as compared to FPGA. Moving on to the last point, we have FPGAs are considered as fine-grained devices. Now these fine-grained devices means we have here hundreds of thousands of tiny blocks. 100,000 of tiny blocks are there, so FPGA is considered as fine grain because very small tiny blocks of logic gates are there, whereas in CPLD the logic block size is quite big as compared to FPGA logic blocks, so it is called as coarse grain devices or the coarse grain architecture. So this fine grain and coarse grain is termed in terms of architecture of the FPGAs and CPLDs. Okay, so that's all about the difference between FPGA and CPLD. For more videos and ideas, stay tuned to In 5 Minutes and thank you for watching.